G'day! Today I'm going to be showing off this huge monster farm with a built-in iron farm to boot. This monster farm is quite unique. It works like a conveyor belt with slimes. If you want to know how it all works, well, stay tuned to the end of the showcase video where we'll go through in detail. This mob farm was fully built in survival and it took around 6 to 7 months of hard work to build. But as you can see, it was totally worth it. Now, if you want to watch this thing being built in survival, well, you can go watch it all unfold on my Minecraft series called Minecraft Down Under. The link is in the description below. Alright guys, here she is. Absolutely stunning. This is my largest mob farm to date, I reckon. Like, with the complex and all that sort of stuff and all the redstone, it's absolutely huge and there's a lot to it. So guys, in this video today, this showcase video, we're going to be showing you the ins and outs and storage and iron farm and the redstone. And if you really want to know how it works in detail, please stay to the end of the video because I'll be doing like a detailed view in a super flat world of the actual conveyor belts and everything. So stay tuned for that. Now guys, before we fly on over there and you know, have a tour around, please smash all those buttons. Give it a like, leave a comment below. Even if you don't know what to say, even a hashtag build big or go home would be absolutely lovely. Now guys, if you think this farm is stunning, please grab this link and share it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever your favorite social media is. It would be much appreciated. Alright, so let's go ahead on over there. Okay, I've made my way over here and we are sitting in one of the landing pads or docks, depending on how you look at it. Originally, we put massive doors in the farm here, not only to show the view of the insides here, but also to help with the landing, because I do use a lot of elytras and rockets to fly around my world, but you can use boats or whatever. So there is 4 landing pads to get into the farm, which is quite cool. Now, let's go ahead and get started. I'm not even sure. This farm is so big, I'm not even sure where to start. I want to sort of start in like all the details and stuff. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll start with the center here. I've gone ahead and left some glass out so we can get in. Now, as you can see, the center here is enclosed, and that's because mobs fall down the center, and we kind of want them to stay falling down the center, and nothing can really get out of there, which is obviously fantastic. It'd look a lot better if you had connected textures or a HD texture pack, obviously, so you could see right through the glass. It'd look a lot better, but sadly I'm using default here today. Okay, so if we walk in here, we're going to start with the splat pad. So we're currently on the splat pad. There's only a splat pad that goes all the way around. There's hoppers underneath sucking all the items up, which is fan-blimmentastic. See, the mobs will fall from high there, all the way down, go splat, and yeah, they die. Nothing ends up in the water. I double-checked that because I was a little bit worried myself that loot or mobs will end up in the water and survive the drop. And no, that's not the case. I've even put in some glass there to sort of stop that happening, which is fantastic. This thing in the middle is a decoration piece. The swirl in the middle is a decoration piece. It's wrapped around the item elevator. That's right. That glass in the middle shoots items right up, and that's how it goes to the storage. It's on the left and right, and that's where we're going to go next. But it also goes up straight through the farm. As you can imagine, that really does look pretty with all the items flowing up the middle and going all the way up to whoop whoop. It's really awesome. Now, when the items are finished, obviously going way up there, like far, way past the control panel there, it ends up getting sorted out. So on the left-hand side here, we've got a giant item storage, and on the right hand side here we've got half a giant item storage as well. So we'll start on the left hand side here. Yes, we'll go up the ladder very shortly. So on the left hand side here, this here is the farm storage. Now, you guys have seen it in action in the intro there. It really does look like a disco light going nuts. It's really, really cool. Okay, so these are indicator lights telling you how full the literally each run is. So on this level here, we've got, as you can see, some gunpowder going. I've recently used it to make more rockets, so there was a bit more gunpowder than that. But pretty much when there's a couple chests full, the first light will come on. It's permanently staying on, saying, hey, you know, that's now 5% of your the gunpowder storage, and then another 2 chests, and then so on and so on. It goes all the way up the top. Blimmin'. It's also extendable, which is flaming fantastic. So we could go 20, 30 more blocks inside the leg there, no problem. But as you can see, I've got all the major loot here, and I've got witch drops / misc at the end. If you click this, as you can see, I got some sugar and glowstone as the spider eyes and all sorts of junk accumulating at the end here, which is blimmin' fantastic. Now, eventually, that's right, I say eventually because I don't have the resources at this time to do it, but eventually I'm going to extend the storage over onto the right here even further. At the moment, the right here has the iron farm. That's right, we have the iron farm going. Actually, if we can click, yeah, we can click on the hopper behind it. Far out, that light's going to come on soon, saying it's up to the first indicator light, saying it's going, yeah, going fantastic. And actually, the poppies are not doing that well, but the iron's doing quite well there. Now, as I was saying, I'm going to extend this when I have the resources available to do so. I'm going to put witch drops probably over here, like, you know, glowstone and sugar and all that good stuff, because witches drop a lot of good stuff. So probably extend the storage at some point in the future there. Now, the bottom here of the farm is very open, which is purposely designed so we can see the center here. It lets a lot of light in, got giant doors, bloomin' everything. I'm really, really happy with how the bottom here turned out. But flamin' galah, isn't she beautiful down here? Okay, so what we're going to do next is go up to the control room, and after the control room, I'll show you the iron farm. Then after the iron farm, we'll check out a lot of hardcore redstone, I think. We'll start looking around in the guts of the farm. So I will be back shortly. I'm going to go ahead and climb this ladder here. Now, originally, I was, and my fans know this, especially in my survival series, I was going to put in an elevator. An actual elevator goes all the way up 200 plus blocks, but I kind of ran out of time and resources to do so. So at the moment, we're kind of stuck with a ladder and a drop chute. But that's okay. That's okay. Let's go ahead and start the climb. I'll be back shortly. Welcome to the control room. Flamin' galah, this thing is gorgeous. So, every single wing is fully controllable. That's right, all the redstone is separate, so we can literally control wings 1 to 4 by themselves individually. Did that on purpose, so if one wing goes down, the other wings can stay up, etc. We can fix, maintain, all that good stuff, control each part of the farm individually, and yeah, it was all done, part of the plan. Because a lot of people did say when I was building it in my survival series, is like, why don't you have one master switch that does the whole farm at once? Well, that's kind of silly, because how are we meant to fix wing 3 if wing 3 had an explosion or something major happened, you know? Crikey. Okay. So in the center here, this is the item elevator. Remember this? Well, if we come back here, remember the swirl as you come up? Yeah, that's right. The items come right through the control room here. It looks fantastic as it running, bloomin' fantastic. And that goes up, you can't really see where it goes, but that goes even higher. And so if we come over here, we'll go to what, say wing 1. This is wing 1. Let's talk about wing 1 a little bit. Wing 1, oh, as you can see, a bunch of mobs are spawning in there, lots of creepers and zombies and all that good stuff. Now, at the end of wing 1, which is at the end of every wing, as you can see, there is giant slimes. These giant slimes in my series, they're called bobs. We always call the large slimes bobs, and the small ones as well. We always just call them Bob. So we're like, hi Bob, but they're all named Bob. Some are named after my fan base as well, which is pretty cool. Some are named after my fan base. You will notice that if you do see one named Bob and then one named completely different. That's cool too. but most of them are named Bob. And the reason why they're named is so they don't despawn. We had to get every single one of these slimes in every single wing. That's right, all the wings are exactly the same. Up here and named and captured, and holy smokes, yep, had to do the lot. Now, at the back of the Bobs is all the redstone. We're talking clocks, track changes, timers, all that good stuff that do the conveyor belt sort of system, which I'll explain in more detail at the end of the video. So we're going to go ahead and turn wing... I better explain what the levers do first. Okay, so clock here. This clock on this side, on or off, pretty much controls the layers of Bobs that get dropped in. So if we turn the clock on, the first layer of Bobs will drop down into the pen, going down the stream on the fences and all that stuff, and I'll explain that a bit more in detail later. But they will drop down and start pushing Bobs as they do, and then the clock is literally controlling the distance between the next lot of Bobs that drop down, and the next lot of Bobs, the next lot of Bobs. And we can fine tune it. We can make the distance between every layer of Bobs going down greater, smaller, whatever. That's all controllable literally in the redstone, which is fantastic. So we have really great control on all that sort of stuff. So as soon as we turn that on, that's what's going to happen. At the moment, it's about 20-second gap or a little bit less between every one that drops. We did a lot of testing in my survival series. Now, the wing, what this first lever does, wing 1 on and off, this just is track changes. That's right. This will actually change tracks all at the back there. So pretty much if it's in off mode, it sends the Bobs back into storage. That's right. The Bobs are in storage, or the slimes are in storage right now, ready to go, right? Soon as we turn that on, it diverts it from storage to instantly going back down. So instead of going through the whole clock phase again, it's already tuned. So literally it will spit them out there, all along there, right? Instead of going up the top into the storage. So bypass, that's all that is a storage bypass. So that's what's going to happen. So we're going to turn the clock on now. And we're going to literally see, like, very shortly, the clock is starting to run, the timer's starting to kick over, the redstone's all clicked into place. Trust me, there's a lot of redstone back there. And the Bobs the first row will drop down. If you can just see closely, look closely, it's a little bit hard, I know. Some of the Bobs are despawned, but there you go. The first lot of Bobs are now active in wing 1, okay? And they will continue to drop down and start the farm up. And as it gets further and further down into the farm, more and more mobs get collected. It's like a giant conveyor belt. That's literally what it is. You can call it a bulldozer, whatever, and I'll explain why I didn't use normal track or anything else at the end of the video, because there's a lot of questions like, Data, why didn't you just use a normal track running over some slabs? No, that doesn't work, trust me. Why are you using water to push minecarts? Well, I'll explain all that at the end. I'll go into more detail there. But as you can see, it's already, if you can see, it's just starting to collect a bunch of mobs up there, and the second row has already dropped down. The third row is just about to drop down as well in a second, which is fine. We're going to leave that. We're just literally gonna leave that go. But look, she's going to gather up all those mobs, and we're going to have a big drop shoot, and all those mobs and items are going to come flying out, which is fine. So there you go. That's wing 1 active. Let's go nuts. That's right. Let's crank it up. This is wing 2. Let's go ahead and get wing 2 on. We'll even turn the bypass on as well. We'll turn the bypass on over here as well. That's right. Fully 2 wings now, fully working, and you can feel a little bit with the frame droppage there, but there we go. We've got a lot of Bobs over there dropping in. Holy smokes, let's go ahead and do wing 3 too. Let's go ahead and switch that lever, all the redstone going off, and turn on the clock, and literally more will drop into the farm. Fantastic. Let's go nuts. Let's go 4 wings. That's right. Let's push this gill to the limits. All right, 4th clock on. Bypass system on. There you go. Bob's your uncle. Literally. Now, all the farm is now in motion. We have they're all in motion now, guys. Literally, we will have the bobs in motion going down. Oh, see, look at this. Oh, you're just missing it down there, but it's pushing a bunch of mobs off down to their deaths. So if you stand in the designated spot, guys, and probably the best spot to stand is just here or further down. I'm still adjusting. I notice we get more mob spawns with going further down a bit in one of the legs. So in the future, I may move the AFK room a little bit down further, if you know what I mean, just to sort of get more oof out of the farm. Now, don't get me wrong, she is not the fast. Look, see, there's no bobs left. Let's go ahead and turn the clock off. Clock is now off. Bypass is on, so it will constantly stay on until we flick this lever, and it will stay on. As soon as we flick this lever, it will go back into storage mode. So we've got to check every single one and make sure the clock. Look, see, that one still hasn't dropped off yet, but that's fine. Any mobs oh yeah, there's a bunch of mobs just about to be pushed off down there. Any loot? Oh man, we must have missed the loot coming up. The item elevator, we literally put a very fast pulser on, so the loot comes up quite quickly. Alright, that is going well down there. Fantastic. Alright, there's a bunch more coming, and we can turn the clock off there. There we go. So literally, this is a massive control room. We can control the whole farm from here. It's freaking fantastic. Look, turn the clock off over here too. That needs to be turned off. We don't want the clock, that continuously going. No, we just want the farm going. But that's how we get it started up. And as you can see, more and more getting pushed further and further. It's really hard to see. I do know that, but this is where we have to stand to do it all. Oh, we got loot coming up. Oh, there we go. Well, missed it. Flaming Galar. Flaming Galar. So, that's literally how it all works. Turn the clock off here. There we go. So what we'll do, for demonstration purposes, we'll come over here to Wing 1. It's Wing 3, Wing 2. This will be Wing 1 over here. And I've got redstone running over the door, so it's kind of controlling the door as well. Flaming Galar, there's a bunch of mobs that are just about to be dropped down there. It's night time at the moment, so that's probably why the mob rates are being affected. There is loot flying up the middle there. So if we went and turned Wing 1 off, boom, what will happen now is instead of the bypass will be automatically turned on. Turned off. So that means the bobs in Wing 1, yep, loot's coming up, the bobs in Wing 1 should now start being stored instead of going down the slide, or the conveyor belt now, which is bloomin' fantastic. So let's go ahead and go down. Let's quickly go down. Let's leave on the rest of the farm. Oh, Flaming Galar, can I find the exit? Flaming Galar, let's go ahead and go down. I'll show you guys some splatitude. Well, hopefully some splatitude. So if we go down here, whoa, see what I mean about literally how far we've got to come down? It's crazy. Alright, so if we come down over here, you'll see items flowing into the storage. Oh, there was a bunch on the other side. See items flying up the middle? And we've got items literally flowing down into the storage, which is bloomin' fantastic. I was hoping. Oh, there we go. We got that side going off, and we got tick, 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 tick. So yeah. Oh, it is night time at the moment. We should make it daytime. That would be fantastic. Oh, there on that side too. Got more loot coming up. She's not the fastest farm, I do admit. It really pulses. So during the day, you'll see a lot drop, and then all of a sudden you'll wait a bit. See, there was a bunch on the other side going off, but absolutely crazy. And look, disco lights. Look at all that loot flaming down there. That's flaming awesome. Whoa! There's a bunch of mobs just falling down. So yeah, she's not the fastest farm, but she's definitely unique and cool. So flaming Galar. Yeah, there's loot flying up, and there's stuff going. That's awesome stuff, that. Alright, let me climb the ladder, and I'll be back shortly. And welcome back to the control room, guys. That was one hell of a climb. Now, remember, we did turn Wing 1 off. Oh, look at that. All the bobs are stored up there quite nicely. So let's go ahead and flick the lever. If we look down, oh yeah, well, might as well flick the lever and start getting those ones stored too. So we'll turn her off now. Like, she's literally going to be turned off. We'll go over here and turn her off over here as well. Ba-dump. There we go. Oh, there's just a load of bobs being spat out as it was. We'll just go ahead and fully turn the farm off now. There we go. Shut her on down. So the next lot should... Can we Can we get one live going in there? That would be fantastic, just to sort of show you guys. So the whole farm is now being turned off. So it takes a little while to wind down. And what I mean about wind down, it takes a bit for the system to put the bobs back in their storage system. But there's just about to drop some mobs off the other side, I think. Yeah, I can see it. Yep, that's flaming fantastic. Okay, good stuff. Yep, I can see all the bobs on this side, just about to drop them all off. Yep. And the sinking system should sync those up. So we should see them pop up the top in just a second. So just wait. Come on, it'll be really nice to get this on cam. Unfortunately, this place is so big. Redstone, bobs, everything. The giant slimes, they take ages to get to their destination and stored. See, look, there you go. She's all stored, and she clicked over fine, ready for the next lot to be stored as well. These lots will drop down every time another lot drops down into the storage. It's all automatic. It takes care of itself pretty much there, which is flaming fantastic. Okay, so all that's good. Let's go ahead and go upstairs. It will start storing itself automatically. The next lot of bobs will go in there, like in a second actually. See that row? That row will end up there too, which is flaming cool. Alright, let's go ahead and go up into the roof, which is actually a lot of the redstone, so ignore all the mess that's in here. Okay, so the iron farm actually sits on top of the control room here, which we do a lot of AFKing in the control room, right? Right. So a lot of AFKing in the control room, which pretty much means put a small iron farm in. That's what I did. A small iron farm's been placed on top of the control room here. So look, we got an iron golem coming down now, and he's burning up. It's actually pretty quick, as you can see. I got a lot of iron storing up, which is great. So what actually happens when that's where can't get really up there, but this is where, behind here, so we'll break in real quick. That's right, we're breaking our own farm. As you can see, items are coming up, that mob items are going up too. And so pretty much the item elevator and the iron slaughter thing is literally as one. Like, all the items will come up. As you can see, more items are coming up as we speak. We'll literally go into the line, and the iron will too. And I've got a separator here, a automatic sorter separator. So pretty much the first row here. So what happens is every other item except, that's right, except poppies and iron. So if we click on this one, is it this one? This one, see, this is an iron. This is a filter. This filters out the iron and poppies. So that means this drops down far out. See, another iron golem. See what I mean? Really quick, isn't it? That was another iron golem. So the iron will come down into this. The iron and poppies will come down into this one and go into the right side storage system, and anything else goes into the left. That's right. So the left is here. That goes down. I can't really show you, but it goes deep down into another sorter, which sorts it out into individual chests like gunpowder, bones, etc., etc. So this is the behind-the-scenes bit of the farm that you don't really get to see too much of. But yeah, so as I've stood here, I've had 2 freaking iron golems spawn, which is pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump down from here, and I think I'll climb up the ladder. I'll show you guys the very top next. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you the very top and some of the redstone, and then we're going to go down again. So I'll be back shortly. I'm going to go back out here. And out here, which is my elevator again, and we're going to keep on climbing. Alrighty then, guys, I am back. Now, we are at the very top of the farm. Remember that shape? So we are at the very top of the farm. This is the top of the iron farm. We've got the villages in there. The iron goes down the middle there, and you can just see the conveyor belt there, but I've got access to every single wing behind it. See, look, all the bobs are stored quite nicely. So if we come back here, and every wing has access to the redstone. Now the redstone is obviously crazy back here, so we'll go ahead, press the button, gain access to the redstone. So this is all the redstone for one of the wings. It's not too complex, it's mostly just clocks and rail, and yeah, it's not too crazy, but okay, so we'll go down there. Actually, probably a good idea. It's nice and safe back here, by the way. Hey Bobs, how's it going? Bob and others. We'll go ahead and climb right down. I'll show you the bottom very soon, but here we go. Alright, so remember that bypass system I was talking about? Well, obviously here's the change table for all of it. So at the moment it's in store mode because it's going to the right, not the left. That's what the pistons for the back are. Yep. If we go to the second level now, if we can, it's really squishy in here. It can get horrible at stages. Some of the wings differ. I built some of the wings with more open a bit of redstone, and some try compact it down, and crazy. Okay, so the second level here is clocks, and the clocks control every single chamber individually, because I notice if you try to connect every chamber together, hello, nasty mobs down there, if you try to connect every chamber together, you have sync problems, lots of problems, especially if you have one bob that hits the ramp and activates clocks before other ones do. You know, if you have it all connected, they all go off at once, and that's, you know, not too much lag, and so they're all separated. So every single one has its own controller unit and own clock system to it, which is fantastic. The only thing that is connected into one is the main clock, which is there, and that main clock that's connected into one literally controls, this lot of redstone is connected into one because it controls the drops of all the line at one go. Literally, and the loading system is the secondary one, which is on its own single separate clock, if you know what I mean. I don't know. Some people know a lot about redstone, know exactly what I'm talking about. Some people are like, oh, that's crazy. But no, it's not that crazy, actually. So every wing is exactly like this. The only differ is, as I said, some wings have a little bit more room to play because I've got lots of space to play, so I've left some gaps and stuff. Some wings are more compacted than others, but the redstone is all the same at the end of the day, which is fan-bloody-tastic. So under the piston there, that's the main clock, and if we add anything to it, we can add seconds to the drop. We can take away seconds to drop. You want them to drop like every 5 seconds, like bam, 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 unload really quickly, just adjust the clock. Quite simple stuff, but everyone has 20 items in it to drop down. So if we come back out here real quick, I'll show you one more wing. We'll just go pick one, left, right, right. Let's go right. So all the wings are exactly the same, and I'm just pointing that out. If we come over this way, yes, I can hear all the villagers for the iron farm. If we come over this way, go ahead and smash this button here. Boom. There we go. See? Roughly the same. A little bit different in the middle here, but pretty much roughly the same redstone there. You can say, hi, Bob's got access to it. Come down here. Flaming glass. Fantastic. You see, look, got more headroom down here than we had before, right? Yeah, right. See, made a little bit of adjustments every wing. I sort of improved on the redstone as I built it. I can hear witches and zombies and all sorts of crazy stuff in the dark corridors. Lucky we're safe back here. Flaming galah. They would have a field day in here. That's why it's all lit up like a Christmas tree. So, actually, we can get access down here. So, we'll go ahead and all this is fine and dandy. But, where do they go? How do they drop down? Let's go ahead and go down here. This is the reset pad. And you hear all the mobs on top of this. I do apologise. I can't control that, unfortunately. During the day, there's usually a butt ton of them up there. Wow, I've got to fix this up. There's a chunk missing there. Probably early on damage. Alright, so we come on down here. There we go. Come on down here, guys. There. So this here is called the sync system. We called it the double desyncing resyncing system, only because I noticed in earlier testing in my Minecraft series that the bobs or the giant slimes, as they come down, some of them will push groups of mobs slower, or they would just, some mobs are slower than, some bobs would be slower than others, and guess what, they eventually get out of sync, and that was horrible. So what I've designed here is a sync system. So all the bobs, to get reset, every single literally slime must be in their chamber here, and then the pistons will let them go. And this guy here is an iron golem. Now obviously the slimes are attracted to an iron golem, so they all turn and look at the iron golem all at once. So that pretty much syncs it up quite nicely. Prevents any mucking around, because if you didn't know, on these tracks, the slimes can actually push the minecart to try go the other way, stopping the minecart for a little bit, which, as you can imagine, is not a good thing at all. Not a good thing at all. So pretty much what we do, what happens is pretty much instead of getting stuck on a track going a different way, we put the iron golem in, because the slime tries to target the iron golem, and doesn't matter what, all 4 slimes target the iron golem and then shoot up the track because they all sink. So look, this is how they hit it. They hit it. There's one, actually, could I show you guys? Yeah, I'll show you. So we'll throw a chicken on that one. Just say an iron, not an iron, but a slime is in that chamber. Oh, slime is in, did that fire off? No. It's going to be a pain in my bum. Sorry, guys. Alright, we'll leave that one to last. See if we can't get this one. Plunk. Yep. Got that one. You just say slimes have obviously hit, oh. There we go. Slimes have hit pretty much every single one. And as soon as the last one gets locked into, sinking everything, there you go. And off they go. So it's a sinking system, pretty much. It's a double sinking system. It keeps all the slimes in sync with each other as they go back up on the conveyor belt. That's what this system here does. And every single way, if we come around here, yes, we're deep into the redstone stuff now. We've got more sorters that sort out the redstone to each chamber there. More giant things. But yeah, every single side's roughly the same. And here is the sorting system for gunpowder, ender pearls, etc., along there. Now, if we break out here, yes, I am breaking glass because I got to show you somehow. But we break out here, guys, and we have a look straight up. There you go. So that's what it actually looks like. So what actually happens is a slime will come down the conveyor belt. So picture the slime coming down. It will fall down there, and fall down there onto the slime block there, which is here, and literally come down and drop onto the glass block here, stuck there until obviously the rest of the slimes fall onto all the blocks, activating all the tripwires and then syncing them up, and then off they go. So that's pretty much how it works to get reset all the way along. And now we got open gates, so they're pretty much, they stop the water from overflowing out the edge, and mobs can fall through as well, which is bloody fantastic. So yeah, that's, oh, if we can find an exit out of here now. But Flame and Galar, she's definitely been one hell of a build and has taken a long time. Now, in the next major Minecraft update, as they change things, I do know that this farm will actually break. Man, guess what? I'm going to be down here implementing fixes as the best as I can. If I can, we'll see. But I'm pretty confident that we can fix stuff as we go along, because I know some people are like, oh, this farm's going to break soon. Yes, I know that. I'm not silly. Point out something I don't already know. But as you can see, I've been running it in about 20-minute intervals at the moment, testing. Because I'm a little scared. If a mob dies at the moment, or a large slime dies or breaks apart, I have to literally manually get another slime up into the farm by my main base, which has a slime catcher in it, and we name it and we send it up. It's a name station and we send it up there, and yeah. So if a slime dies, unfortunately, it's becoming day or night again. Unfortunately, it's literally, I've got to get it up there manually. So at the moment, I'm running the farms in little chunks and fixing any issues that may arise. So that's what I'm doing right now. As I said, the farm's just been completed. This showcase is literally as the farm got completed, showing it off to all you guys. Now, if you made it this far, make sure you tell me that you've watched the whole thing in the comments below. That'd be much appreciated. And guys, if you want to download this for yourself, you want to come have a look, some iron's falling down right now. That's pretty cool. Here comes some iron. Oh, here comes a poppy as well. Oh, Struth. Yeah, guys, if you want to download my world, it is available for everybody to download and come have a look at. That's totally up to you. Don't forget, check out some of my other stuff. I've got a very nice chicken farm / temple over there. My main base is not complete yet, but it's taking shape. If you like the look at some of this stuff, and you may like my Minecraft Down Under series, season 2, which is in the description below. It's a playlist which contains all the episodes and up-to-date episodes. So make sure you smash all those buttons, guys. And if you're not already, subscribe. It'd be much appreciated. And I'll catch you all later. Alrighty, guys. Now the bit to explain how the slimes actually do all the pushing and stuff. So this is the detailed bit of things. I've set up some demonstrations here of the actual what's going on. Okay, so first things first, what I got in front of me, hang on, we'll get some creepers, because creepers don't burn in the sun. So what I got in front of me is what everybody normally would suggest, which is a giant slime on a actual powered rail, along with some half slabs, because as you know, things don't suffocate in half slabs, along the top there. So things can spawn actually in here. The problem is you'll find out shortly. Let's turn on the booster track. I have that off so it slows down. It doesn't just go wee 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 wee. A lot of people just do the normal, why don't you just use a normal powered rail underneath with the slime on some slab? Like, this is the normal comment I normally get, like, why don't you do this? So this is exactly why we don't do it. Let's place a few creepers down here and watch what happens. Pretty much nothing. The Bob is going too fast. He's not tall enough. It doesn't do much at all. Unless you got a ghast in a minecart, which is a lot harder than a bloomin' slime to get into the overworld, you're pretty much screwed. So this is not feasible at all for the farm. Like, eventually they're going to fall off, but how many laps has he actually done? Flame and Galar, as you can see, not very good at all. So that's like the #1 comment I was getting when building the farm. Like, why don't you just do that? Well, there you go. Now you know why it's not possible just to do that. You can't lower the slabs anymore. That's impossible. That's right. You can't literally lower the slabs any more than they are, which is unfortunate. So that kind of sucks, and he's going too fast. So let's go over here. Now this is the actual design of my current mob farm, or the conveyor belt. So I figured out how to get the slime higher and still in a minecart. Well, I figured that obviously fences, if we press 5 here, fences are actually half a block invisible higher than normal. That's right. See how we're sort of standing on the invisible block here? Like, literally it's half a block higher than the rest. Ooh. So it boosts you up. Ooh. So I was thinking that's fan-bloomin-tastic. Now, how do you make a minecart right along the top of the fence? Well, water. So literally water goes nice and low. It ignores the visible block, which is fantastic, but the minecart won't, and so with the slime. Pushing, that's right, it pushes it half a block taller, which is great for pushing stuff. Like, he's taller, he pops out of the ground easy. It's bloody fantastic. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll do a demonstration here, and he's going slow enough that he's not. That's right. He's going slow enough that he's not going to glitch through them. Like, that guy over there is going way too fast, and he just glitches through them. So we'll put a bunch of creepers here. Oh no, he's gonna. Sadly, Bob is gonna die. Rest in peace, Bob. He's gonna die as well. But what we'll do is, we need to grab that and power this for starters, and then we'll go ahead and switch the lever here, which will change the track out. Oh wait, get off the track! You're screwing my demonstration up. Now of course he's going to go the wrong way, which is fine. Just switch the lever. Come on, Bob. Down into the water you go. I want this demonstration to go well. Are you flaming kidding me? He's been a real pain in the bum, isn't he? There you go. Alright, so off he goes into the water. See, half a block taller. And look at this. He will bulldoze. That's right, bulldoze all these creepers very slowly off the edge. And he's sadly going to die too, because we have nothing to loop it around on. It's just a demonstration. But he's literally going to bulldoze as many mobs as you want off that edge. No problem. Literally. And that is how my giant farm works. And it's all built in survival. Now, Okay, so you're probably wondering, why didn't I have it straight like this? Well, I did come up with a design with a straight run, able to connect the waters together and continue the slime as well. But that's not why I built it elevated like I did. You know, because I built it like a staircase, like something like this. This is how I did the farm. I did something like that, and Flame and Galar, you come up like that. There you go. That's pretty much how the farm on my survival, my Minecraft Down Under, pretty much looks. And then you got half slabs over the top and some glass over the top of that. You know, no biggie. So that's pretty much how it looks. And some glass on the sides here, and the water pretty much runs down on the fence here, boosting you up tall enough. But the reason why I did it like this is because the minecart will actually travel faster in a straight doing this than in a straight line. So I was thinking to myself, how do you speed this up a little bit, but not too much that the mobs will glitch through? Well, the answer was this, literally, to build it sideways, because if you didn't already know, minecarts, when they fall quick, remember? So as it comes off, literally comes off this block here, as it comes off, it actually falls sideways, skipping half the next fence. It's technically skipping the next half block, skipping the half block, so increasing the time. That is why I use the downwards and not the straight version, you see? So the bobs go a little bit quicker. Not much. I'm not getting like any speed records out of it, but not much. But it does increase the speed as they fall, because as I said, as they come off, they fall half a block further, and they fall instantly pretty much. So we got a slow, then a fast, then a slow, then a fast. So it covers more ground faster than the straight one altogether, which is fantastic. So that there is how in each individual cell actually works. Very simple stuff, good for experimenting, and there's actually a different design than this that I might use for something else, and I'm not going to give that away just yet. I love to play. I'm not even in my original test world because I don't want to give away my upcoming projects. But anyway, guys, hopefully this sort of clears up some questions, and why didn't we use that, and why are they on fence posts? But, you know, we cleared it all up. Why are they in water in a mine? Well, they're in a minecart, so they can't go anywhere, and they're named, so they can't ever despawn, which is good. So hopefully that cleared up some of the questions that I'm obviously going to get, like, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? Well, now you know exactly why I did it all. And then pretty much all you got to do is, when you're building this, you got to obviously make a bit to house them in, and make a bit to make sure they're sinking. That's pretty much what I did, and I built that already. So yeah, guys. Alright, again, and I'm going to repeat it. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash those buttons. Share it on your favourite social media. Leave a comment below. If you've got any more questions, feel free. Post them below. I'll try and answer them when I can. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch yous all later.